Well, so we're going to be talking about Bespin. I'll just start talking. We're going to be talking about Bespin, which is a code editor for the web. And you've actually already seen Bespin in action yesterday. When Mick did his demo where he made a jetpack, which is really cool, in 5 minutes, he was using Bespin to edit that jetpack. So you've actually seen Bespin in action because it's part of the add-on builder. So go ahead.
Okay, so for legal reasons, Bespin is not named after the Cloud City in The Empire Strikes Back. It's a word, okay. But we're still kind of a bit scared of the Lucasfilm lawyers. So we don't want to be left hanging from the underside of a big trap when someone's just cut our arm off. So we need a new name. The name should be something about the cloud, something to do with writing stuff, and not at all one that Lucasfilm are going to come after us for. So we have a new name.
Yeah, so the name that we've come up with is Mozilla Skywriter. Mozilla Skywriter is going to be our new name. So whenever we say Bespin, you can think Skywriter. But when you talk about Skywriter right now, you should talk about Bespin because we haven't actually announced this yet. We have all that logo work to do and stuff like that. So this change is coming soon.
Right. It's not public yet.
Yep.
So we've seen a lot of demos about what the web can do. But how many people actually edit HTML, etc., using HTML? We use Java to edit Java, C, C++ to edit C, and C++. We even use, well, some people may use Smalltalk to edit Smalltalk. If we claim to be a universal platform, then we should be dogfooding this way. Sorry.
So really, and also the other advantage is when you're using a platform to edit itself, you really get a great tight feedback loop, and you can figure out ways that you want to improve that platform and improve your tooling.
Right. We don't know many web developers either that actually really love their tools. Our tools were kind of designed 30 years ago, or they've got more toolbars and buttons than an infested IE6, or you know, they don't do code completion or something. So we want something that does better.
Yep, so and the start of making better tools for the web actually starts with the text editor because so much of what we do is based on text files and text formats. So we wanted to build a great text editor, one that's fast because we don't want to be waiting for our tools, one that has a nice simple UI like the web does, something that's clean, not lots of menus and widgets and toolbars.
Right. So traditionally, the theme doesn't work too well on a projector. Traditionally, command lines are fast and powerful, but they're also kind of opaque and hard to use sometimes. We've made a command line that's discoverable and gives you a ton of help in really good ways.
And we also want something that's extensible, something that can start off as just a simple text area replacement and work its way up from there.
Right. And at the high end, we want something that can be extensible to a tool that you use every day, all day, without ever feeling cramped. We're not intending to build an email into Bespin, but in theory you could, and then it will be Zawinski complete.
We also want an editor that's got the kinds of features that we're used to. You want to just so we want an editor that will do syntax highlighting and higher-end features like code completion. Bespin today will do syntax highlighting for JavaScript, HTML, and CSS built in, and we've also got plugins for other ones. It does code completion for JavaScript. So we're coming along with the higher end features.
Right. And you can remap the keyboard as well. So if you're used to your VI key sequences, the letters coming up in the bottom, if you are a VI user and you have extremely good eyesight, you'll recognize the cursor movement.
We also want something that's simply going to be embedding Bespin all over the place. We want something that's themable, so Bespin can actually change its color scheme and change its look around.
We built some collaboration tools into Bespin. And this is an example here of a very simple plugin that adds a command to Bespin. And the best bit about the plugins is they're dynamically reloadable. You don't need to refresh the page, so you can test very simply. Yeah, I'm not going to wait for it. We'll carry on.
So a lot of people, when they think of Bespin.mozillalabs.com or coding in the cloud experience. And basically, we had there are scaling issues, particularly actually with features, being able to do what people need to do with their code. So we actually have a new strategy for scaling Bespin out.
Right. So our hosting system, which we're calling Bring Your Own Cloud. So you sign up for a free hosting services like Heroku or Dropbox or S3, something like that. And then your client can mount the file systems that you have access to from anywhere on the web. And that solves our scaling problem.
So if you go to mozillalabs.com/Bespin, you can try it out right away. If you look on the right-hand side of the page, there's a link to the Bespin bookmarklet. Click on that, install the bookmarklet, and you can try it out on any text area right away. Since we're almost out of time, I also want to mention we're at the Science Fair this afternoon, so come look us up.
Great.